Do you think your Chinese sounds so un-Chinese, even though you have been learning Chinese for so long time? Do you think sometimes everyone is laughing because of the joke, but you cannot get the point of the joke? 我是YiYi，我是YiYi，我是YiYi。In this video, you will know how to and where to stress words in 80% of Chinese sentences. Think about your mother language. When you try to say a sentence, basically you will not put the same strength to every single word. You will naturally make the word that you think is important stand out. For example, you don't trust me for some reason, but I really want to trust me. So instead of saying, you trust me, I will say, you trust me. Trust is the word that I think is important in this sentence. In Chinese, it is the same.
哦妈，你信我，你信我，
你信我. When you stress the word, make the length of the sound longer. 信，信，你信我. If I want to say, you trust me, not him, then me is the important word in this sentence. Then it becomes 你信我，你信我. So if you already know what word is important in a sentence, there is no fixed position that you have to follow. You just stress that word. The same as English. So easy. I got it. A question. What if you don't know which word is important? Sometimes you just want to say a normal sentence. There is no important information that you want to point out. Where should you stress? You know what? There is a normal stress hidden in a sentence. Hidden. There is a normal stress hidden in the sentence. The normal stress is a stress that has fixed position in a sentence, and it is not as strong as the stress we just talked about. Sometimes a native Chinese speaker couldn't even explain where it is. Native Chinese speakers cannot explain it. Why do I have to learn it? Because it can stop you from stressing the wrong position, which is a mistake a native Chinese speaker will never make. And the things that the native Chinese speakers cannot explain are exactly where you can improve to speak Chinese as good as natural as your mother language. I have summarized 2 rules for you. Rule 1. Stress on the end part of a sentence. The basic Chinese sentence structure is the same as English, which contains the subject, predicate, object. Like 我爱你, 我 the subject, 爱 predicate, 你 the object. 我吃饭, 我喝咖啡. Very obviously, the object is the end part of the sentence, so we should stress on the object. Instead of saying 我买咖啡, you can say 我买咖啡，咖啡。我买咖啡。Your turn. Instead of saying 我学中文, you can say 我学中文，中文。我学中文。Your turn. Instead of saying 我喜欢睡觉, you can say 我喜欢睡觉，睡觉。我喜欢睡觉。Your turn. You have met some sentences like 你好，我吃了，今天星期三。Those sentences have no object, only have the subject and the predicate. Then the end part becomes the predicate, and we should stress on it. Let's try some sentences. Instead of saying 这衣服漂亮, you can say 这衣服漂亮。这衣服漂亮。Your turn. Instead of saying 我吃了 you can say 我吃了我吃了 From this sentence, we know that the end part of the sentence does not always mean it is the last word. 我饿了我饿了 Here, 饿 is the predicate, so we should stress on 饿 not 了我错了我错了 Rule 2. Stressed on the helpers. As your Chinese is improving, you will notice that the basic sentence structure is not enough for you to express yourself. Then you will need helpers, like 我爱你 Actually, you want to say I really love you. 我很爱你
很 is the helper.
Another 我买了咖啡 Actually, you want to say I bought a cup of coffee. Then it becomes 我买了一杯咖啡
一杯 is the helper.
Or I ate very well. Then 我吃了 becomes 我吃得很好
很好 is the helper.
The helpers are where you should stress on when you use helpers in your sentence, not the end part of the sentence anymore. Let's try some sentences together. Instead of saying 我很喜欢睡觉 you can say 我很喜欢睡觉我很喜欢睡觉 Your turn. Instead of saying 我吃饱了 you can say 我吃饱了我吃饱了 Your turn. Instead of saying 这衣服漂亮极了 you can say 这衣服漂亮极了这衣服漂亮极了 Your turn. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Do you like me? Subscribe to me and like my video if you like me. Bye bye.